Hello everyone, my name is Riamiji Palistraman from BEd 1. This is the lesson 21 entitled Structuring the Literature Lesson. Structuring the literature lesson is that it is the organization of a story's various elements, including plot, characters, and themes. It forms a frame that helps a reader understand how a story's elements tie together. Introduction. Just like the other lesson plans, the lesson plan in teaching literature is prepared by the teacher to guide him or her in presenting the lesson in an orderly and smooth manner. In such way, learners can engage in activities that are meaningful, foster interest, and ensure attainment of desired learning outcomes. Used as a roadmap to the teacher, the lesson plan gives a logical sequences of activities that focus on best practice based on research and experiences of the teacher. And this is the 6 major parts of the literature lesson plan. First, the learning outcomes. The learning outcomes portion is preceded by the statement of content standard, performance standard, and learning competency, which are all specified in curriculum guide for the subject in each grade level. And learning outcomes describes a wider range of behavior, knowledge, and skill that makes up the basis of learning. For example, learners can reliably demonstrate how to use de-escalation techniques to neutralize conflicts. Second, the subject matter. Subject matter refers to the topic to be taught. Usually, the object stated in the base form transformed into a verbal or sequence events in the story to sequencing events in the story. The value to be integrated into the lesson is included in this part of the lesson plan. Subject matter, simply put, is what the artwork is trying to portray. For example, you are looking at a painting of birds, then the subject matter is the birds. The subject matter of something such as a book, lecture, movie, or painting is the thing that is being written about. The third is learning resources. Learning resources pertain to the references, the materials, and the equipment to be used in the execution of the lesson plan. Learning resources are the materials that are used for teaching a course, and also learning resources can significantly increase learners' achievement by supporting learning. For example, an educational video may provide a learning with new insights, and an appealing worksheet may provide the learning with new opportunities to practice a new skill gained in class. Fourth is learning procedure. The learning procedure section presents the orderly presentation of activities to engage learners in the study of the reading selection, to develop enjoyment in reading, and to understand the message of what is read. It is also a combined process where a teacher assesses understanding needs, establishes particular learning objectives, formulates teaching and memorizing strategies, enforces a plan of work, and assesses the outcomes of the instruction. Learning procedure is important because students need structure and familiarity as they continue to learn and develop, and classroom routines and procedures give students a predictable day. And here's the 3 phases have separated feature to attain a specific purpose: the before reading, the during reading, and after reading. During reading, the teacher models, explains, shows, or presents to the class what they are expected to learn. Initially, reading aloud should be used. According to Anderson, at 1985, reading aloud to children is the single most important activity for building the knowledge required for eventual success in reading. Next, after reading. This part of the lesson engages the learners to share and discuss their ideas about the selection read with the rest of the class. First, the learners answer the motive question raised at the beginning of the lesson. Then, reading comprehension questions on the 5 dimension, as described in the previous lesson, are asked to check learners' comprehension of the reading selection. Fifth is evaluation. Is the form of a quiz or other ways to measure the attainment of the prescribed competency. The goal is to determine the extent of mastery of the reading skills taught for the lesson. The quiz is usually presented in the objective test that can be true or false, yes or no, and multiple choice test types. Evaluation. It involves collecting evidence from a variety of different sources for the purpose of improving the effectiveness of the learning teaching process. An effective evaluation generates outcomes that are valid, reliable, and indicate direction and action for development. Example of evaluation is student performance in terms of classwork, records maintained by the teacher, daily or weekly lesson plans, etc. are considered while evaluating a teacher. It is one of the most vital elements for a true career development of a teacher and maintains the quality of education. And the last is assignment. The lesson plan ends with the assignment and information given to the learners on what to do and how to do it as a carried over follow-up of the lesson or in preparation for the next day lesson. If it is follow-up activity of the literature lesson, it could be a writing task, a construction task, or a performance task. Assignment is a task or piece of work assigned to someone as part of a job of course of study. An assignment improves learning skills, makes students aware about the topic. Assignment usually acquires a topic related to a particular subject, enhance their writing skills, and improve learning skills.